Everybody seems to be doing these videos where they show you what's on their iPhone at the moment, so I thought I'd get involved, and I'm going to use it as like self-help because my iPhone at the moment is an absolute mess. Then I've got the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so I'll just show you what's on it and what I use all these apps for. So we'll start just with the home screen, and you can see on the home screen I haven't really changed anything. Everything on there is how it was when I bought it, except I've got Google Photos on here. So Google Photos for me is the best Photos app. I use it way more than I use the stock app as well, and it just backs it all up for free, so you don't have to pay for extra storage. And it's easier to just search things. So you can see, like, I search LA, it shows me all the photos that I ever took. Oh, excuse the blonde hair. And it tells you all of the photos and shows you all of the photos that I took in LA. Even that time where I got upgraded to business class, which was quite nice. But away from that, there's nothing really on here. You've got the mail app, which I use for all of my work emails, and then podcasts, which is probably the app that I use the most often out of all of these. So at night time, I can't not listen to something to fall asleep. Notes is probably another one which I use quite often. So inside the Notes app is where I script all the videos. So this is the one for the 3G art video that I posted the other day. And you can see it's just got everything in there that I would use, and it syncs across all devices. So it syncs across the MacBook as well, which is something that I really like. On the dock at the bottom, you've got Spotify, WhatsApp, messages, and the phone as well. But Spotify is where I go for music. I had Apple Music for quite a while, and it just didn't give me a good enough song selection. So Spotify seems to know me more. So I tend to use the Discover Weekly one quite a lot, and it gives me a lot of new songs that I try to use in intros for the videos. I also put together a playlist of songs that I use, which is in the description below on this channel. So if you want to check out any of the songs that you might have heard in the videos, then have a look at that Spotify playlist, because they should all be on there. Moving over to the next screen, I probably won't talk about all of these apps, but obviously you've got Twitter, so that's the one that I will use probably the most often out of all the social media. Moving on over is then Instagram, so that is one that I use as much as Twitter. So when I wake up, I tend to go Twitter, and then I'll go Instagram, then I'll go YouTube, then I'll check if anyone's watching any of the videos on YouTube Studio, and then I might have a quick look through Reddit as well. This is the page that I tend to use more often than not. It's got my banking app, it's got a bit of shopping, Amazon there as well, so you can see I'm always looking at trying to buy new phones and everything. Uber, Trainline, all that stuff as well. And then my carrier, people have asked me a little bit about this, but my carrier is a company called Voxy in the UK, and I pay £10, $10 a month, whatever. You don't use any of your data when going on social media, so basically you don't use any data at all, ever. I've had it about 5-6 months at this point, and I've never ever even used a gigabyte of data. So Voxy, if you're in the UK, go with Voxy because it's really good. Moving over to the second page of apps, so you've got uni days there, so I can get student discount, which is brilliant. Gmail, which is where I use all my personal emails as well, so anything that comes through about the channel is on that, or anything else in just general life comes through there. Lightroom is probably the app that I use to edit all of my photos on. Oh, there's a Christmas dinner, but that's the last one that I use to edit. So I don't use the app a huge amount to edit that many photos. You can see on here there's not much editing of stuff going on. That's probably my favorite one as well. Next, again, it's just a load of apps that I don't tend to use that often. There's one that's here though called Spark Camera, which I wanted to use, but my life isn't interesting enough. So basically what you can do is that you can hold to record video like this, and then you can stop. It's used for Instagram stories, and then you can go over again. So it means that what you can do is add lots of different areas to your Instagram stories, and then as soon as you hit play, okay, I messed the audio up a little bit here, but what I was trying to say was that it takes all the videos you've taken separately, stitches them together, and starts to make your Instagram look really good. And let's pretend that didn't happen, and here it is. Unsplash and Vellum are the two apps that I tend to get all of my wallpapers from. So you go on here, especially with Unsplash, it's photos that people have taken and uploaded and let you use them. So you can use them for the MacBook, you can use them for your phone or anything like that. It tells you all the artists who have taken the photos, and you've got loads of different categories. So you've got the sky ones there as well that people have taken on planes and stuff like that. Next is where I've got a few games. So I've got the Chase, and if you don't know what the Chase is, you're missing out. Go and Google it, go and have a look at it on YouTube. It's like a general knowledge quiz game, and it's really quite fun to play, so I'll play that quite a lot. I also got obsessed with this Picker 3D game as well for quite a while. There's no meaning to it at all. You just collect things and cubes as you go along, and See how many you can get. It's one of the easiest games in the world. And then probably my favorite one on here is Too Good To Go. So it's where at the end of the day, if restaurants have got food left over and they want to sell them, they put them on here and they put them at like a knockdown price so you can go and grab food. It's all fresh, it's all made that day, but they have to get rid of it. So instead of throwing it out, you can go and buy it and you can get about 30 sandwiches for about £2. So that is quite a good app. And then Tile as well. So everyone's heard of Tile, but I lose my keys so often. So all I tend to do is I've got it set up with Siri where I'll say, okay, Siri, where are my keys?
Keys is nearby. I'm ringing it now.
Then it'll ring it and then I can find my keys nice and easily. And they are over there somewhere. There's also another one on here called Sonic, which I use quite a lot. And this is good if you get your phone wet and you want to try and get water out of the speakers. So it plays a frequency. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, probably not. But you can change the frequency to whatever you want on here. And you can get the water out of your speaker. So it means that there's nothing that's just laying around there. It's quite similar to the app that you have on the Apple Watch when you've taken that in the water. Google Assistant and then Google Home as well. I use that quite a lot because I have a ton of Google Homes in my apartment. So I've got one in the bathroom for when you're in the shower. There's one in the bedroom. There's a couple that are in the front room as well as the Chromecast. And then in the studio where I'm recording this, which is basically the spare bedroom. So that is what is on my iPhone. There are so many pages. So hopefully when I do this in a couple of months' time, it will be better. I will organize it better. I will put it into folders. If you want to know anything about any of the apps, drop that in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel as well. And until next time, see you later.